G'day guys, I'm going to make a video on a Corolla. I mean, it's not that things don't go wrong with them, but it's so day to day, I don't think to make the videos. So I'm going to make a quick review. We all know Toyotas are outstandingly venerable vehicles. This wagon, Corolla ZZE 122R, whatever it may be, 2006, whatever, they go through their updates, they get improvements, but this Corolla, with a JT VIN, which is Japan, some of them are African and they have rear mains leaking and different brakes. But as a quick guide to these cars, so worn paint always, rocker cover gasket leaks, shock absorbers go soft. All Toyotas drive like shit after 40,000 Ks anyway and rattle from the towers, but I'm talking about after 100,000 when the shocks are all over the place. You got to do them. The brake pads wear out very, very quickly. The slides get seized. So for those mechanics out there, in a late afternoon, quick pad change on a Corolla, do not pull the slides out. I'll make a video about them one day, but the Toyotas, it reacts with the atmospheric moisture and gets the rubber inside the slide expands, and then you can't get it in, and you have to cut a little bit out of it to bleed the air out of the cavity and properly put it back in. But they also just seize up, and you require a second hand or new, caliper holder, whatever. Dashboard electronics, radios, that's all great. Transmissions are indestructible. The manual's obviously a lot more durable. I've had one alternator failure. Very, very good cars, but the main thing here, drive belts are usually cracked because everyone thinks they last forever, but they don't. There's less silicon or quality in the newer cars' belts, and they last much less than they used to. So you often get that serpentine belt cracked. And when doing it, it's an automatic tensioner, but if it's a really cold morning and you get a Dayco belt, you're going to be fucking yourself. Always I put the belt in hot water or in front of a heater or something to put the serpentine belt on. Done properly, it's very quick, but you can also fuck yourself for an hour on it. If it's a very cold 8-degree morning or whatever. This car's slightly overdue for service, but again, flying through retro, no problem. He's done the belt, done the pads. I have done the work here, that the plugs, wear out, and that's a fantastic thing. A little note, if anyone knows. Oh, that soap's slippery. I love that. When I discovered that years ago, I was just thrilled because I know no one knows. Which one person would know to lift that up? Besides, who? Make a comment. Do you have a Corolla? Do you use that? Does anyone read the owner's manual? No. Like the Toyota people would know it, as in who work at Toyota, but in the workshops. But yeah, faded headlights, broken mirrors, they get beat about, upholstery wear and tear. But come on guys, it's a sure bet for reliability. Buy a good one. Even if it's faded like this, I could make this car look brand new. Red and white come back brilliantly, but they require ongoing maintenance. So not a bad proposition if you're on a budget and you especially need a station wagon that's efficient. Okay, this is a 2003 July build, but yeah, always damaged taillights, always. They get worn out, but it's a brilliant cargo and, nicely done with the flat floor and low loading height. Struts, gas struts are leaking. Goodbye. So had he not done this work last year, you buy this car, knock off $1,500 straight away, as in you're going to be up for the maintenance. When buying a used car, always knock off $1,000. Or not off the price, but allow $1,000. Even if it's a 1-year-old BMW, allow $1,000 for repairs, because 95% of the time people know they're selling the car, they'll only change 2 tyres or 1 set of pads or none at all, stuff like that. Check the horn always. And number one with Toyota, you open this, it's got rust in it. With any car, but especially Toyota with their wretched corrosion and the shit they get because they don't use alloy engines, you open this or you see a side bottle ever in any car with rust in it, right, red rust like the nullarbor rust, even worse, but any discoloration of the coolant to a reddish rusty tinge, immediately discard the vehicle. It's what you can throw the car away because the head gasket could be compromised and all that. So that's especially with Subarus, but especially with Toyota. Subarus don't turn the coolant unless the mechanics fuck the coolant. Neither does Honda, but Subarus are very, very particular with coolant. Toyota's much, much worse. Okay, so the red coolant does a great job for you know, until things go wrong, until people start mixing green, and that's the number one car. It's a high volume car. You're going to get people, you know, running the coolant down. Now, if you see a dipstick on any car, but especially this, discolored. Now, I'm not going to wipe it. This dipstick is not discolored much, right? The car's doing Ks. So you can see the dipstick's discoloration. I'll focus on it. Because these cars cook their oil. All the newer cars do, but these especially have a small pan. Okay, they take over 5 litres of oil, but if you see the bottom of that dipstick all black with little pieces in it, you open this and there's all bits in there, close the bonnet. Okay, because you get these cars abused. So Toyotas are great unless the first owner doesn't service them, and you know, you need 2 keys and the logbooks. Okay, and you can get a fantastic car. This particular car is a beautiful example. No oil leaks. Yeah, just they burn oil and the owners have to top the oil up. Okay, I've moved to full synthetic with all these cars, even the Yaris's. As they cook the oil, the strainers get blocked. It's only very quick to pull the sump off, but the strainers get blocked. So if you get little bits in there and you change the oil, the detergents in the new oil will release all the other crap and you'll fuck your motor, and that's when the oil pressure light starts flickering on and off and stuff like that. Anyway, I hope that helps, as the venerable Toyota Corolla is a good buy. Also, yeah, check corrosion, check salt spray under the car. This can indicate further light corrosion under the car if there's been the car near the beach. Okay, bye.